How you doing, everybody? My name is Dr. Sammy BAYA. Please welcome back to my YouTube channel. When you are silent, this will happen to the narcissist every day. That's the title of this video. When you choose silence around a narcissist, it can have profound effects on them, which may not be immediately obvious, but becomes apparent over time. Narcissists thrive on attention, validation, and control over others. When you stop engaging with them or feeding their need for admiration, they begin to face something they fear, and that is invisibility. The absence of your reactions, whether positive or negative, creates an environment where their usual methods of manipulation and control fail to work. This silence, although seemingly passive, has an active impact on them. The narcissist's sense of self-worth is often tied to how others perceive them. When they are met with silence, especially from someone they expect to have an emotional or reactionary connection with, they may feel a loss of control. Narcissists are very skilled at reading others' emotions, and silence throws them off balance. Without your feedback, they are unable to confirm their place in your life, which causes them to feel disconnected, unsure, and vulnerable. This can be unsettling for them, as they are typically used to a certain level of admiration or emotional response. One of the immediate consequences for a narcissist when you remain silent is confusion. They may wonder why you aren't reacting the way they expect. This confusion can turn into frustration, as they realize that their usual tactics, be it charm, manipulation, or aggression, are no longer working. Narcissists tend to be masterful at creating drama and chaos, but silence diffuses these efforts. They cannot provoke the reactions they depend on for their validation, which can destabilize their sense of superiority. Over time, the narcissist may attempt to escalate their behavior in response to your silence. They might try to provoke you, to guilt-trip you, or even escalate into fits of rage, hoping that their emotional outbursts will draw you back into a reactive state. However, this silence denies them the fuel they desperately need. Without the emotional drama, the narcissist's energy source begins to deplete. This can be extremely uncomfortable for them, as they are constantly seeking attention to maintain their fragile ego. Another effect of silence on the narcissist is a shift in their perception of control. Narcissists often rely on dominating conversations, social situations, or even relationships to feel powerful. When you refuse to engage, they experience a loss of control over the dynamic. This loss of control can bring out a defensive side of the narcissist, as they may try to manipulate the situation in other ways. They may attempt to make you feel guilty for not engaging, or imply that you are the one with the issue, but these tactics may fall flat when you maintain your silence. As the silence continues, the narcissist may start to question their own worth. Their self-image, which is often fragile and dependent on external validation, becomes shaky when they no longer have an audience to reinforce their sense of importance. The longer the silence persists, the more they may begin to feel a creeping sense of doubt about their own significance. This doubt can manifest in feelings of loneliness or even desperation, as they struggle to regain the sense of grandeur that was once so easily fed by others. In some cases, a narcissist may resort to seeking validation from others, but this only serves to undermine or to underline their insecurities. Their need for constant admiration doesn't disappear. It simply shifts to someone else. This external search for affirmation can lead to jealousy, bitterness, or resentment towards those they perceive as taking attention away from them. Narcissists may try to manipulate others in their social circles to gain back what they feel they have lost from you. Yet, without the reactions they once relied on, their efforts may feel hollow, leaving them with a sense of emptiness. The silence also removes the narcissist's ability to engage in their favorite game, that is gaslighting. Narcissists often use gaslighting as a tool to distort your perception of reality and make you doubt yourself. When you stop responding, there's less opportunity for them to manipulate your thoughts or feelings. This leaves them without the ability to disorient you, which is something they are usually quite adept at. As their tactics fail, they may attempt to switch gears, but it's often a futile effort. In more extreme cases, the narcissist's reaction to your silence can escalate into anger. Their need for dominance and emotional control becomes even more pronounced when they perceive that they've lost influence over you. The silent treatment, which is often a weapon used by narcissists to punish others, may turn back on them when you are the one giving it. In their minds, this abandonment might feel like rejection, and their anger is a reflection of their own unprocessed emotions and fears of inadequacy. The narcissist's isolation increases with your silence. They may become more withdrawn, angry, or even depressed as they begin to feel the weight of their own behaviors. Narcissists often struggle with emotional regulation, and silence from you may trigger feelings of deep insecurity or fear of abandonment. The longer they face this emotional isolation, the more they may spiral, trying to find ways to reconnect or regain their sense of power. But the lack of your response only amplifies their internet turmoil. Eventually, your silence can have a ripple effect on their relationships with others. The narcissist may begin to isolate themselves not just from you, but from others who are not feeding into their need for constant attention. This could lead them to lose friends, partners, or social support. They may even begin to feel like their own social world is crumbling, further exacerbating their sense of isolation. In their desperation to regain control, they may push away people who could offer them support, making them more alone and insecure than before. As the narcissist struggles with the absence of your attention, they may start to resort to self-soothing behaviors. But these are often ineffective. Narcissists are not used to taking responsibility for their own emotional well-being, and they tend to avoid introspection. They may turn to unhealthy coping mechanisms like excessive drinking, promiscuity, or other forms of self-destructive behavior. Without the validation they normally seek, these behaviors only serve to highlight their internal instability. While the narcissist may try to convince themselves that your silence doesn't bother them, deep down, they feel the void left by the lack of attention. The silence not only challenges their need for control, but also forces them to confront the emptiness they so desperately try to fill with these external sources. Now, this self-reflection, although rarely acknowledged, can lead the narcissist to an uncomfortable realization that they cannot truly control or manipulate others into meeting their emotional needs. They may realize that their whole life has been based on a fragile external facade. And ultimately, silence from someone close to a narcissist can serve as a mirror. It reflects back the truth that they cannot control or manipulate others forever. This might spark a period of deep inner turmoil for them as they struggle with the vulnerability and insecurity they have spent a lifetime avoiding. In the absence of your engagement, they are left to face themselves, and the uncomfortable realization that they have no power over you can be a profoundly destabilizing experience. However, for a narcissist, this introspection is rarely lasting, and they may try to repair the broken dynamic with further manipulation or attempts to regain control. Nevertheless, your silence remains a powerful statement of independence, and this can be the most disorienting experience for a narcissist, realizing that they are no longer the center of your world. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Thank you.